welcome to another RSR. Tonight we're reviewing Honduras 2, Mexico 0. You heard that right. In CONCACAF Nations League 2023-24, League A quarterfinal leg 1. Honduras 2, Mexico 0 en la Liga de Nations de la CONCACAF. Cuartos de final, Liga A, cuartos de final, partido ida. Mexico loses 2-0, 2-0. And I thought they were improving. I thought they were better. I thought that drawing Germany, they could have easily won this game. But Jimmy Lozano's substitutions, absolutely horrible. Hell, his lineup decisions, absolutely horrible. Jimmy Lozano might have just had a really big screw-up this game. This might be his first big screw-up as Mexico manager. And they already won his head. Bad time to have it, man. I disagree with that, but we'll get there. Players didn't play well. They looked embarrassing. We'll get to it. Goals were scored as follows. In the 30th minute, ball played into Choco Lozano. He's onside. He brings it down. Chips Malagon because, of course, Malagon came in for Ochoa 28 minutes in. After Ochoa got ran into by Choco Lozano. His shoulder, and, of course, he couldn't keep on going. Goal for Choco Lozano, 1-0. 1-0. Honduras. And that's how we go into halftime. 1-0. Miro tiempo. 1-0. And then in the 72nd minute, ball played into the center. Ball crossed, centered in. Brian Roche gets to it. He holds it up for a couple of seconds and smashes it home to make it 2-0. 2-0. 72nd minute. Brian Roche with the winner. Choco Lozano and Brian Roche, both strikers, get the goals tonight to win it for Honduras. It's crazy, but there you go. Full-time 2-0, 2-0. Stats are as follows: 12 shots to 8, 6 shots on goal to 2, 35% possession to 65% possession, 226 passes to 428, 70% pass accuracy to 84, 12 fouls to 17, 1 offside to 0, 4 yellow cards to 3, no red cards on either side, 4 corners to 4. The two stats that mean the most here are the shots and shots on goal. What did Honduras do plus the goals? They won all 3 of those. Possession they lost out on. Passes they lost out on. Pass accuracy they lost out on. Less fouls, so I guess that's good. 1 more offside, but didn't matter, didn't matter, did it? More yellows, no reds. That doesn't change anything, and equal on corners. But listen. Honduras absolutely, in that final third, outperformed Mexico tonight. Mexico didn't seem to have any answer for Honduras getting into that final third. Julian Quiñones was absolutely quiet when he came on, and the game was, I wouldn't say over, but definitely it was a retrieve a goal mission at that point when Quiñones came on. Raul Jimenez played a lot of this game instead of for Santi Jimenez. Man, Jimmy Lozano does not like Santi Jimenez. Herc brought this up yesterday on Football Americas, and I was like, you know what? He's got a point. They do not like Santi Jimenez. Didn't go to the Pan Americans, same age group with Jimmy as the manager, same as the Olympics. He's only started 4 games for Mexico under Jimmy Lozano. You know, if the fans weren't so hyped for Santi, he may not even start. Or the fact I should say also all the goals he's scoring, but the hype builds into that. He would not be playing for El Tri because I don't think Jimmy Lozano likes him. Like, the biggest insult is they put Raul on for him. Not even Henry Martin. Because you have Julian Quiñones, who plays for America as well. You know Henry and Julian play well together. So you do put on Julian Quiñones later on, but with Raul Jimenez, which you don't know how that's going to go. And it's probably not going to go well, considering Raul's only scored a goal in 6 months. At least Santi's been scoring goals. You think he would get on the same page with Quiñones pretty quickly. So, again, my point being is and then you have Luis Chavez Ferromo, which should happen. My God, the right back, he's out of luck anyway. I mean, the right backs are horrible. You have people crying for Paul Aguilar and Ricardo Osorio. And they were bad. So that just shows you how bad Jorge Sanchez is. And Alvarez. Not Alvarez. and Julian Araujo is. It just shows you how bad they are. If you're asking for less bad right backs to jump in instead, in Paul Aguilar and Ricardo Osorio, who they weren't great either. So Mexico's got to do better at the right back position, but that's not really, I guess it is on Jimmy, but not really. But the substitutions for Mexico were just absolutely horrible tonight. Hell, the lineup decisions were horrible. Mexico swung and missed with a starting lineup, the initial, and then they swung and missed with the substitutions, suplentes. They swung and missed there. And even the ones who you thought were guaranteed to do good didn't do good. So, man, Mexico had a bad old night. They had a bad old night in that case. So, with that being said, you have Mexico not looking great on the pitch. They did not even want to play tonight. You could tell. Like the fight and heart out of Mexico that we've seen over the past 6 months since Jimmy took over was not there tonight. A worse Mexico team played Honduras in the Gold Cup. Beat them 4-0. They go down to Honduras, which is a big thing, but still, I think Mexico on paper should be able to win in Honduras. I think we all thought that. They go down to Honduras, and they lose 2-0. They did not show any fight. This looked like a Coca game. This looked like a Tata Mexico game with Jimmy Lozano as the manager. Jimmy Lozano, a lot of this is on you. Again, lineup decisions were horrible. Substitutions were horrible. Jimmy had a bad night. Jimmy Lozano had his first bad night as Mexico manager. Now, do I agree with the Fuera Jimmy people? No, not at all. It's one night. Now, if they lose this tie, it's going to get louder. And I'm not saying I agree then. But I guarantee you that he may have pulled some up his sleeve if they do overturn this. They do overturn this. And by the way, there's no away goals, but hell, even if it was 2-0, that would still be, it wouldn't matter. For Mexico, it still wouldn't matter in the Azteca. It would go to extra time, I think, or penalties. Either way, there'd be a tiebreaker. I need to look at the full rules, but with that being said, just this Mexico team, they did not play well enough tonight. They legitimately let themselves get embarrassed. They did get embarrassed. Honduras were amazing tonight. Rueda put them out tactically well. Honduras didn't play the best game. Again, most of the stats didn't go their way, but the ones that mattered the most did. Shots, goals, the like, went their way. They fouled the least. The big stats went their way, which is all that matters. But Rueda had Honduras set up so well to make Mexico pay for their lackadaisicalness, for their non-fight. Honduras wanted this more. They had more heart tonight. Honduras had the heart to push this game into overdrive, to push the lead into overdrive, to push everything into overdrive for the Honduran side. Reynaldo Rueda is just that guy. He's a very good manager. He's got this team playing well. Honduras, big ups to them. They had an amazing game. They had a perfect game in their idea. They had a perfect game. They won 2-0, going to the new stadium, to Tlatelolco instead of San Pedro Sula. Led them to win. It wasn't a backfire, which some people were worried about. It wasn't a backfire. This was a perfect night for Honduras. It really was. Mexico, they legitimately were horrible in comparison. And everything that could go wrong did go wrong. I'm not saying it didn't. Everything that could go wrong for Mexico did go wrong. But I will tell you this. They deserved that to happen. Why? Because Mexico got what they deserved. They did not play with fight. They did not play with heart. Honduras came in there knowing the stakes. Hell, Mexico did too. But Mexico felt like they were back to 6 good months and they were back to the untouchables. No, you still got work to do. Yeah, you drew Germany. You should have beat Germany, but that doesn't tell you anything when you lose 2-0 to Honduras in Honduras. Now, you could say all these games being played in the U.S. and Azteca, they weren't ready for a rabid crowd like this in Honduras. And I agree. I 100% agree. But Honduras, legitimately, this was the perfect storm. Everything went right for Honduras. And they deserved to win tonight. They deserved to win. They were a great team. They showed a great performance. Big ups to Reynaldo Rueda. Big ups to Menjivar. Big ups to everybody. Choco Lozano, Roche, Palma, Luis Palma, amazingly. Alberto Elise was amazing tonight. Honduras is on one. They are growing. They are a very good team right now, and they will be in that mix for CONCACAF, I think. And they will definitely go to the World Cup in 26. I would put my bottom dollar on it with Jamaica. I think they're the two favorites to qualify automatically. The two biggest favorites to qualify automatically with the way they're playing. And I like what I'm seeing from Honduras. If Rueda stays, they're in a really good position. They've got out of the gulch, and they're back climbing up the mountain. And that's a good thing. Man of the match for me, I don't think there's a man of the match tonight. I think Honduras, it was a team as the star night with Reynaldo Rueda making that RC car go. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think Honduras, all of them are man of the match. I think it was the team as the star man of the match night. I don't do this much, but when I think it is the case, I think it is the case. And I think Honduras, every man on that pitch for Honduras wearing that H was man of the match. They all had a part to play. They all had to do something to push out that game plan and make sure it worked. And it did, to perfection. Every Honduran player, every Catracho is man of the match tonight. Well deserved. So, Honduras is leading the tie 2-0. They have the second leg on Tuesday. I wish I could cover it, because if Canada gets moved to Wednesday, I will cover the second leg. We'll see what happens with that, but they didn't say anything about that. So I guess it is Saturday, Tuesday, but okay. But I'll be watching the second leg, and I'll touch on that whenever it's time to touch on it. But with that being said, good job, Honduras. Felicidades. Wow. Mexico, you embarrassed yourself. You got pantsed. You still got a chance at the Azteca to overturn it. 2-0 your way, you got a tiebreaker. If not extra time, you got penalties. If you win 3-0, you win. If it's 3-1, good thing there's no away goals in this tournament. I did know that. I do know that. CONCACAF's weird. With that being said, we'll see what happens on Tuesday. Mexico, you got a hill to climb, and you better start climbing. With that being said, if you like this video, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in play. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you tomorrow morning for the live watch along and review of Jamaica versus Canada. They are playing the first leg tomorrow morning. So no Mississippi State live stream. I hate it, but I think Canada will probably do better anyway. So it's only a me problem that I hate it. But I'll be here tomorrow morning anyway. So there you go. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later.